Hey, welcome back to the channel and to another video. Now I'm really excited to do this video today because I've got an amazing camper to share with you, which is our latest camper out of the workshop, which is going to be collected by the customer in a few days time. But this is actually the first gas-free camper that we've done. And I did a video a couple of weeks ago to announce that we were going to be offering gas-free vans now using an induction hob. So this is the first camper that we've done with an induction hob, so it's completely gas-free. So I'm really excited to share that with you. But before I hop out into the showroom and do the walk around, I want to just let you know about a couple of really great base vehicles that we've just secured and are going to be delivered to our showroom in the next few days. And we've actually sourced these vans through a vehicle broker that we sometimes use if we want to get hold of specific vans. And we recently got offered a number of delivery mile vans from this broker. And these vans are literally the last delivery mile T6.1 vans in the UK. And we've actually managed to secure two of them. Now, both of these vans are pre-reg, so they are 23 plates, but they've done literally a couple of hundred miles, just delivery miles on them, and they're a really great spec. Both of the vans are Indium grey, both of them are automatic, both of them are tailgate, so they are really rare, sought-after base vehicles, especially because they've only got delivery miles, and they are now available for someone to come and choose a package, choose all the colours and everything for those vans. And we'll be slotting these vans into April and May. So if you are looking for a brand new T6.1, which is the thoroughbred Volkswagen van, because when the T7 comes out, that is a collaboration with Ford. And we have actually just ordered the first T7 van ready for conversion. And they'll be coming through around April, May time. But the demand for T6.1 vans is really going up. And also the prices of these vans are going up by the day because people are just snapping up the last vans out there. So if you are interested in having a brand new delivery miles T6.1 in an amazing colour with a great spec, and you want to work with us to choose all the colours and the extras and everything else, just get in touch with us and let us know, because these vans are not going to hang around for long. And you'll find details of both of those base vehicles on the sales page of our website, which is highlifecampers.co.uk. So go and check them out. If you are interested, get in touch with us. We can arrange a phone call and talk through all the details. Okay, so that's enough of me ranting on. What I want to do now is jump out into the showroom. I'll do a very quick walk around of the outside of the van. But as you can see from behind me, the customer that actually has bought this camper didn't want any external modifications doing to the van. So it's completely standard on the outside. It's got the standard wheels and it's got no external trim at all, apart from the awning rail. But the internal spec and all the colours on this van are really, really nice. And I think you're going to like it. So do let us know what you think in the comment section. Give us your feedback. It's always good to get that. So I'm going to jump outside now into the showroom and I will see you outside. Okay, here we are. So welcome to our first gas-free camper. So I'll just quickly talk through the base vehicle, but as I said, there's not really much to talk about in terms of the external part of the van because we haven't put any external features on this van. The customer wanted to keep it completely standard. So this van is a 2023 VW T6.1 Highline. It's got a tailgate and it's also an automatic van. So it's a really, really nice spec van. It's done just over 20,000 miles, so it's really, really low mileage. So I'll just quickly walk around it just so you can see it. And obviously the colour is deep black. And we haven't done many black vans in the past. This is probably only our fourth or fifth black van. But actually the next one out of the workshop, which we're about to collect, is actually another black van, which is also a really, really beautiful spec. So keep a look out for the walk around of the next one. That one isn't going to be gas free, it's the gas. But it's a beautiful van. Okay, so this van has had the Explorer package, which has got the opening windows on both sides. We have fitted the Remo awning rail down the passenger side there, which will fit most awnings and canopies. The roof on the van is a West Stubbs as usual, and it's had the black scenic canvas, which opens right up. And it's also the black rooftop as well. So I'll just walk round to the back of the van so you can see it from behind. So as I said, this is a tailgate van, which most of our customers are looking for. And we have actually fitted a detachable tow bar to this van for the customer as well. So if you do use our source and convert service and you want to put a tow bar on the van, we can do that as part of the conversion, which is really handy if you're going to be towing things, obviously. So as you can see from this side of the van, we have put another opening window on this side. So on the Explorer, you do get two opening windows. So this one on this side is above the kitchen area, which is really helpful if you are cooking in the van and you want to get some fumes out of the window. So there isn't really much to talk about on the outside of the van, as I said, it's just bog standard. But as I say, it's a really nice spec van. It is a Highline with an automatic gearbox. So it's a really nice van to drive. And a lot of our customers are wanting automatics now, which we are able to get hold of quite easily. But they are quite a bit more expensive than the manuals. So I personally really like the black vans. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Like I said, we haven't sold many of them and we don't get requests for black vehicles that often. But I do think that when they've had the conversion put on them, they look really, really nice. So let us know what you think to the black van and do you like it with the standard trim and wheels, or would you rather go for the 20-inch wheels and the splitter and all the other bits of external stuff we put on it? Most of our customers do, but that's not necessary if you don't want it, if that's not important to you. Some people just like to concentrate on the interior conversion. So on that note, what I'm going to do now is jump in the back of the van and I'm going to walk through all of the colours and also the features of the Explorer package, as well as talk through the induction hob and things like that as well. Okay, here we are. So what I want to do then is just stand back a little bit just so you can see the interior from a distance. But I think you'll agree that this combination of colours looks really, really nice. It's a really warm colour combination, and I think the upholstery colour along with this furniture board looks really, really nice. So we actually chose all the spec on this van, and then we got a buyer for it after we'd done that. So we chose everything on the van, and then the customer just added a few bits to it that they wanted. So I'll just talk through the colours first. So this furniture board is called Monument Grey. And it's a very sort of light shade of grey with a kind of blue tinge to it, and it's hard to really portray it on the video. It's a really nice colour in the flesh. And then the colour of this upholstery is called Petrol. And we did do a van at the end of last year with the same spec on a Ravenna blue van. So this particular colour range does look really good on a Ravenna blue van because there is a slight tinge of blue to it, as I said. And then the van shades blinds are called Slate, which are sort of a dark grey colour, which looks really nice with this. And then the stitching and the VW logos on the seats are kind of a light grey, and it's the rib style. And because it's the Explorer, it's had the rib bed, so it's a fixed rib bed. And then at the back of the kitchen, we've gone for the light grey splashback. So that's a slightly different coloured splashback to the furniture board. And then we've put in the white acrylic worktop and table, which I think looks really great in contrast with that Monument Grey furniture. And it lightens up the van really well. And we've now started using the new upgraded Dometic fridge, which I think looks much better than the older one. So that's in silver, and it looks really modern and sleek, especially with this furniture design. And then as you can see on the left there, you've now got an induction hob along with the cold water sink there. So that used to be the double gas hob there, and then in this particular van we've put one large induction hob there, which is obviously controlled through the upgraded electrics, which I'll talk through in a minute. But there is an option of having two smaller rings for the induction. So you can either have one large ring like this one, or you can have two smaller ones side by side. It's up to you if you do go for that upgrade on the Explorer package. So you've obviously got no gas in the van now, just the induction, the cold water sink, and you've got 60 litres of water that go under the van. So you've got plenty of water there out of the way under the van. And then if I just talk through the cupboard space, just so you can see the cupboard. So you've got a nice sized cutlery drawer here. And we provide a little cutlery tray in there as well, which is a decent size to put all your cutlery and spoons and things like that out of the way. If I just open the fridge for you so you can see in. So you've got a nice sized fridge with a nice little freezer compartment, and that's more than adequate for most people. And then what I'll do is just open these cupboards just so you can see inside here, see what space you've got. So because we've got no gas in here or water or anything, you've got two completely empty cupboards. That's a really nice sized cupboard underneath the sink there. And then what I'm going to do is open this bottom one, and you'll see that I've actually put in here a porta potty. So this is the smallest size porta potty you can get, but it's still a decent size, and that fits perfectly into that bottom cupboard. So we get asked about porta potties quite often, and I wasn't entirely sure if the porta potty would fit in this cupboard. We hadn't actually measured it, but I actually bought one this week just to test it, and it actually fits absolutely perfectly. It's really snug in there. So if I just grab it and take that out, you can see then inside that cupboard you've got a really nice size space in there. It does go round the corner a little bit as well. So you can use that for anything you want, obviously. So this is the 145 porta potty. You can buy these on our online shop, which is highlifecampers.com. So if you do want a porta potty, you can go and get one from the shop. But like I say, this fits in just perfectly in there. A really nice snug fit. If a porta potty is important to you, which it is for some of our customers. And then if we look over here, there is another little cupboard here, which you can just open there. It's quite a small access, but you've got quite a deep little cupboard in there for more storage, which is really handy. And then inside the wardrobe here, you've got a completely empty wardrobe cupboard there, which is really good for storage. And then the bottom of that cupboard there lifts up, and that's how you access all the electrics, the battery, the inverter and everything in there. In case you need to in the future. And then at the back, just behind the rib bed, we have added another locker cupboard at the back there, which just gives you that extra bit of storage, which is really useful as well. Okay, so what I'll do now is just quickly talk about the electrics, because we have had to upgrade the electrics over and above the standard Explorer upgrade. So on the Traveller package, you just get the standard leisure battery, no inverter, no solar, which is fine for most people because they're just using campsites on the hookup. On the standard Explorer, you get the 100 watt inverter, 130 watt solar panel, and a 100 amp lithium battery. Okay, so you can wild camp using the Explorer vans. But when we're fitting the induction hob, we do have to upgrade those electrics even more to be able to power the induction, because it takes a lot of power. So you can now upgrade to the induction package, which gives you a 200 amp lithium battery, a 2000 watt inverter and a 180 watt solar panel. So that means you can easily power this induction hob, but it also means that because you've got a 2000 watt inverter, you can generate a lot more power through those 240 volt sockets for things like charging e-bikes and other things that you might want to plug in there. But it also means you can use those sockets for more powerful things than you can on the standard setup. Everything is controlled on this digital display, so you just press that digital display, that comes up. So you control your lights here on the display. You press that for the USB. So you've got two USB points. You've got the new one there and then the older, larger one there. And you've got your two 240 volt sockets. So if you want to use 240 off grid, then all you need to do is just click on that inverter button there on the display, and then that means you can now use both of those 240 volt sockets through the inverter off grid without being hooked up. And then if you are going to hook up at a campsite, all you need to do is just deselect the inverter, and then that redirects those plugs to the hookup. So this is the ultimate van for wild camping. You've got plenty of power and you don't have to worry about gas bottles and gas certificates and all that kind of thing. And we've had a lot of people that are interested in the induction package, and you can see the price of the induction package upgrade in our conversion spec brochure, which you can download from the homepage of our website. And then with regard to the flooring, we've put dolphin flooring in this, which is a very light grey, which goes well with most furniture colour combinations. It contrasts well and keeps the van nice and light. And then in terms of the front upholstery, we've replaced the double passenger seat for a single, and because it's the Explorer, we have upgraded the seats to the sport seats. So we've added foam into the seats here, so you've got wings at the top here and then some round the sort of buckets here, which makes these seats really, really comfortable. So you can either keep the double seat in with the sliding mechanism, or we can replace it for a single seat. But that does incur another cost, obviously, because we have to buy a seat. And then in terms of the van, as I say, it's the Highline with the automatic that's got everything on it. So it's a really, really nice van to drive. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly put some pictures up on the screen of the rib bed in its bed position. It's really easy to put this into the bed position. And because it's the rib bed, you can actually have it where you sit up in bed. It's a lot more flexible in terms of usage because it's the rib. So this comes as standard in the Explorer package, and then we put the rock and roll bed as standard in the Traveller package. So as you can see from the pictures on the screen now, this bed is really, really comfortable as a bed, especially when you put one of our memory foam mattresses on top of this. It's really, really comfortable. And we can actually fit a rail system to any of our vans as an extra, which means you're able to slide the bed up and down the van, which gives you a lot more storage space at the back. It's much more user friendly. So I will put a picture up on the screen now of a camper we've done recently with the rail system. And again, as you can see, it really does open up a lot of opportunity for storage and just different use cases for the van. So let us know what you think to the rail system. Would you keep the fixed bed or would you go for a rail system? Just let us know. Okay, so what I'll do now is just quickly walk around to the back of the van, open the tailgate and just show you the van from the rear. Okay, here we are. So this is the back of the rib bed. The shelf that you can see there is essentially the back of the bed, which you can lift up and down into different angles, which means you can sort of sit up in bed if you like. You've got a nice bit of storage space behind the rib bed there, compared to the rock and roll bed, which comes to the right to the back of the van. And if I open up the cupboard, you can see under the bed there, you've got quite a lot of storage space under the rib bed, which is really handy. And you can access that from inside the van as well. So that's really good for storage. And then if we just open this top cupboard here, you've got quite a bit of space in there. We've got the shower hose in there and also the bag for the tow bar. That's a decent sized cupboard. We did fit an extra 240 and a 12 volt socket at the back of the van for the customer. And we have fitted a shower point as well, so you can sort of wash your boots and dogs and things like that. And you just attach the hose to this little connection there, and then you've got a shower there as well. And then the bottom cupboard here, if we open this used to have the gas bottle in it, but because there's no gas on this van, there's no requirement for a gas bottle, so this now opens up more space here in this back cupboard, which is in addition to what you usually get, which is another good reason really to go for gas-free. It just opens up more space for you. And then in terms of the water, you fill up the water from this little point here. You just attach a hose to that, to your outside tap. That fills up the water. You've got 60 litres of water in there, which is more than enough water. And the digital display inside the van does show you how much water you've got left, and also the level of your leisure battery as well. So everything's controlled through that digital display. So as you can see, it looks really, really nice and neat from the back of the van. You've got plenty of storage space. And I'll just pop the camera over the top here just so you can see inside the van from this angle. But as you can see, it looks really, really nice. Okay, so that's it for the walk around of this camper. I would really appreciate your feedback on the gas-free van. Do you like the induction option? Is this something that you think you would probably go for? if you were to get a camper, just let us know in the comment section below on YouTube. And do let us know what you think to the interior of this van. Do you like the colour combinations, the Monument Grey and the petrol seats? And just the general configuration of the van. Again, just let us know in the comment section. And if you are in the market for a VW camper this year and you want something in time for spring, summer, it's a really good idea to get in touch with us quite quickly, because we are really booked up at this point. We're booked up to the end of March. The first month that we could get you in for a conversion would be in April as it stands right now. So if you want to use our source and convert service, or you've got your own van that you want converting and you want to bring it to us, then it's a really good idea to get in touch with us pretty soon, because before we know it, we're going to be booked up into June, July and August, and then it'll be too late for this summer. And if you are interested in one of those Indian grey vans with the delivery miles that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you will find all the details of both of those vans on the sales page of our website. And also the price with the Explorer package as well. So if you are interested in one of those vans, again, do let us know pretty quickly, because I don't think they're going to hang around for long, because they are a great spec and they are one of the last delivery mile T6.1 vans in the UK. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that so you don't miss any of my future videos, my information videos, and also the walkarounds about the base vehicles that we're getting into stock. And if you've got value from this video and you've enjoyed the content, please also consider hitting that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Speak soon.